our next shipment to come early. We should have all of our inventory replaced in a few days. Sonny.
Yeah.
Is that what I think it is? Did Lazaro come through with the intel?
We got proof. Julian Jerome is alive and well. And goes by the name of Derek Wells.
I'm still not sure this is a good idea.
Would you have a better one? Because from where I sit, we don't have much of a choice. Now that your boy toy knows everything about us.
He isn't... Enough with the boy toy, okay? I just don't like the idea of Morgan getting mixed up in all of this.
Well, to be honest with you, he's the same age I was when I got pulled into this life.
And look how well that turned out.
Look, Morgan wants to help us strike down his father. Now the kid has to prove it. The only way to do that is to hit Corinthos where he lives.
Morgan, hey. What are you doing here?
Thought you could use this. Nothing calms the nerves like bourbon. To the Jeromes. Before tonight is over, the next phase in our strike against Corinthos will be in play. Yeah. I'll, go pour myself another.
You better be right about this.
I am. You'd be able to see that if you didn't let your feelings for this kid blind you.
Where is he?
Charlie, what are you doing here?
Where the hell is he?
Well, I'm very sorry, but this is not a good time. I need to ask you to leave.
Gladly. And I'll be taking my son with me. Where's Morgan?
Look, if you came here for a fight, you're out of luck. Okay, I'm not cooperating. Don't worry about it, Mikey. I'm not here to see you. Came to see Dad. Dad's not here. Oh, well then I guess I'll wait.
All this time, Julian Jerome was in witness protection.
He must have had information that the WSB wanted. Who's to say, who he ratted out? Now he's back, he's flipped, and he wants to take back the territory that he lost 20 years ago.
Yeah, but only one problem. We're in his way.
Tell you what, I ain't moving.
Okay, so now that we know that Julian Jerome is Derek Wells, what are you gonna do about it?
This is my home. I'm not in the mood for guests. I must insist that you leave.
I'm not going anywhere without my son.
Morgan is not here.
Then where is he?
What is going on out here?
Derek?
Maybe I thought it'd be best that I sit down and talk with Derek and then, just tell him that I'm on to him and, work things out.
Do you think Julian Jerome will be open to negotiation?
I doubt it, but if I make an overture, it gives him a chance to, recharge, reorganize. The Jeromes, this family, it's like they're just so sloppy, you know what I mean? Especially when they're unnerved.
What are you doing?
Just unnerving the bastard.
Carly, what a nice surprise. You look absolutely radiant.
Don't flirt with me. What are you doing here with her?
I do have a name.
Oh, I have a lot of names for you.
Okay, let's try to keep this civil, ladies. I have been absolutely upfront with you about my dealings with Ms. Jerome. I am simply buying some art from her.
Right. Right. So where is all this art? Because the last time I checked, your office looks the same way it did when Connie left it.
Would you, excuse me. I have to take this. Derek Wells.
Hi, Mr. Wells. Sonny Corinthos. I think it's time you and I had a little chat.
Mr. Corinthos.
Mr. Wells, you're gonna have to excuse Sean. See, in my line of work, you gotta protect yourself. We had a few incidents here, as you can see, Oh, what's that about?
Well, you'll have to excuse me, but when I meet with somebody of your reputation, I have to protect myself. No offense.
Oh, no, none taken.
So, what can I do for you?
For me?
Yeah, I did just drop everything to come meet one of the big titans of the city, so I assumed you wanted something.
Some new enemies, they came into town, they blew up my shipment, and, they tore up this place.
Yeah, I heard. It's very unfortunate, but what does it have to do with me?
From where I stand, a hell of a lot.
Derek sure left in a hurry, huh? It's almost like he didn't want me to see you two together. You're everyone's dirty little secret, aren't you?
Derek had business, so he needed to leave. And now, sadly, so must you.
I don't think so.
You're a child. You know that.
Morgan is a child, and I'm not leaving here without my son.
Morgan, get your feet off Dad's desk. Come on.
Oh, touchy.
You know he doesn't like when people are in his office when he's not here.
What are you, his enforcer now?
No, I respect our father.
Actually,
I think you should.
That would make sense because you praised Jason, but correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Sean take that spot?
You're only going to make things worse between you and Dad. You know that.
And since when do you care about my relationship with Dad?
Always, your whole life. Look, he loves you.
Except he just loves you more.
No, Dad loves us the same, okay? I know you love him too. If that's what you were coming to the warehouse to tell him, I am sorry I got in your way.
You want to start apologizing, Mikey? Okay, why don't you start apologizing for stealing my wife, first of all? And then you can apologize for always coming first with Mom, with Dad, with everyone. And then you can apologize for stealing everything that should have been mine.
This is pointless, okay? You gotta leave.
Oh, now I can't even stand in my dad's office.
You know the rules. No one's allowed in here.
Oh, except you.
Morgan, get out of here or I'm gonna throw you out.
Okay, Mikey. Then start throwing.
For someone who claims to love Morgan, you don't know the first thing about him. Do you actually think dragging him out against his will is going to endear you to him?
I'm not trying to endear myself to him. I'm trying to take care of my son.
Morgan is exactly where he wants to be.
Right, here with you.
Two consenting adults, having fun.
Okay, I don't care what the law says. I'm Morgan's mother, and we'll see how adult he really is when he finds out you've been sleeping with Derek Wells.
I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Corinthos.
Call me Sonny.
Sonny. Okay. I'm still not sure how I have anything to do with the recent attacks against you.
You are profiting, aren't you? With your newspaper.
My paper?
Yeah, you seem to think that, my difficulties are worthy of the front page. And everything that you've printed, you've never come to me for a quote to hear my side of the story. I'm not an expert, but isn't that the first rule of journalism?
I own the paper.
Yeah.
I hire writers to write the stories. I'm sure they'd love an exclusive with you. I'd be happy to set up an appointment so you can sit down with one of my writers.
No. We're going to do this right now.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I don't have a notebook. Do you mind if I record this?
No. You do what you got to do.
Okay, good. So, Mr. Corinthos, Sonny.
Yeah.
What would you like to talk about?
Well, the first thing is, I never once seen in those articles anything about the people who have hit me.
Well, that is true. That information has been hard to come by.
Yeah. Well, how about if I can fill the blanks? I mean, that would sell a lot of newspapers, right?
Yeah. I'm listening.
I can give you the name of the person who ordered the hit. His name is, you ready? Jerome.
Worth it. Look, if you want to wait in the restaurant...
Second thought, I don't need to see Dad. I just came to give him something. This is Grandpa Mike's. Dad gave it to me for my wedding. I guess I don't need to tell you how that turned out.
Morgan,
I'm returning it.
I think Dad would want you to keep it.
Well, I don't want it. But hey, cheer up, Mikey. Maybe Dad will give it to you when you get married to Kiki.
Oh, me sleeping with Derek. That's absurd.
You don't think I bought the whole art story, do you? I mean, I saw the way that you two looked at each other. Not to mention his body language, the way he strolled in here with a drink in his hand. There's something going on between the two of you.
Whatever is going on between Derek and me, Morgan is more than aware, and he's perfectly fine with it.
You know, you're disgusting.
Carly, I never figured you for a prude. The point is, Morgan knows where he stands. So the only person who has a problem with Derek and me is you. So tell me, is this really about Morgan? Or are you just jealous?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, don't be coy. Derek told me that the two of you are seeing each other. What's the matter? You afraid I stole both your son and your boyfriend?
Julian Jerome was a mobster who used to run this town with his family.
Really?
It was before my time, but from what I've been told, his father was brains of the operation. Julian was just like a wannabe who was going to set himself up when his father croaked. And then his father ended up dying. He choked. He choked on something. What did he choke on, John?
Yeah, I believe it was a necklace.
A necklace. There's nothing more embarrassing than choking on a necklace. But anyway, you know, Julian, you know, he didn't build anything himself. He inherited everything from his daddy, right?
You know, now that you mention it, the story does sound familiar, but the way I heard it, Julian Jerome is dead, just like the rest of his family.
Well, see, that's what I thought. But since his name keeps popping up, I'm gonna have to, you know, take care of the situation.
Do what you got to do, right?
Yeah. And what do you think? I mean, like, you know, a dead mobster returns to settle a score on his father. I mean, you print that story, that's gonna sell a lot of paper. Yeah. Unless, of course, there's a reason why you wouldn't want to print it.
Well, that is it's a fascinating story, Sonny, but I can think of a few reasons why I can't print it.
Enlighten me.
Well, for starters, I don't have any corroboration. Only you and your word.
Not just me, one of Julian's enforcers named him. Right, Sean? Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So how do I contact him?
Oh, unfortunately, disappeared.
Well, that's a shame. I mean, I just can't print the story without a second source. And I don't want to get sued.
Sued? Who would sue you?
Julian Jerome, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if the story turns out to be false.
Oh, well, if it's false, he's a dead man.
Well, you do have a valid point, but I just can't risk tarnishing my paper's reputation over a story that could be, you know, just about unsubstantiated rumors. I'm sure you understand my position.
More than ever. Thank you, Mr. Wells, for everything. Sean, can you give the gentleman his weapon back?
I'm really sorry I couldn't be
Hey,
of more
don't
assistance.
even worry about it. You know why? Because I'm gonna try to figure out what's going on with this Julian Jerome thing on my own. It's probably best. Because when I find out who messed with me, I'm gonna mess them back.